Hi everyone, welcome to another lecture of JS Yatra, and in this particular lecture we are going to implement the stack data structure. The level of this question is easy, so without wasting any time, let's get started. Let us try to first understand what a stack data structure is, and let us go to Google and search stack and data structure, and we land upon this amazing image which is explaining the stack data structure very efficiently. So you can see that a stack, this is a particular stack data structure in which you are having elements A, B, and C. They are stacked on top of each other. So first came A, then B, and then they have pushed a C item. Pushing is like putting. You have put a new item onto the stack. So when you push C, so C is now on the top of the structure. And now when you try to pop anything from this data structure, you get C first, then followed by B, then followed by A. So a stack data structure is last in but first out data structure. Okay. So whatever element is pushed at the very last is the element that you pop or the seek first. So this is a stack data structure, and this was all a stack has. Okay, this is all a basic idea stack is having, and inside a stack data structure we have a handful of many utility functions, which are something like push, we have already seen; pop, we have already seen; is empty, peek, and length. So is empty is a function which returns a boolean stating true, which means that the stack data structure has no item. If it is returning false, then it means that there are some items present inside a stack data structure. Peek is somewhat like pop only, but the only difference between peek and a pop is that inside pop function we extract the data, we pull a data from the stack data structure, but instead inside peek you do not pull out anything, just you have a look, okay, sneak peek kind of a thing. So you peek in the data structure on the stack and see, okay, what is the topmost data present inside the stack, and just get me the value. Do not pull that value out from the stack, just tell me what the value is and that is it. But pop, what it does is it actually pulls out the topmost data and it removes one item from the stack. So the only difference between pop and peek is the pulling out thing. And length is a utility function where you get to know the length of the whole stack. Okay, in the previous example, at this moment the length is 3, and when you popped out a C item from it, the new length become 2. So this is the length utility function, and our job in this particular video is to implement the stack data structure in JavaScript by using classes. Okay, so first thing first, that you get to use a stack. You can like perform a export class stack, or if you do not want to export, you can like if you are in the interview, ideally you do not wish to like perform any export thing or something, you just have a class stack which gets a constructor, and then you declare all the utility items that are present inside a class. That is pretty much very straightforward thing we have done so far. Now the interesting part is providing logic to these functions. Okay, so first of all, whenever a new stack class is initiated, what I want is that I want to initiate an array of items. So this array would store all the items of the stack. So first we will write this dot items equals to empty array. Okay, so this is the data structure, the array data structure that is going to hold all the values of our stack. This is one thing. Now let us try to fulfill the push function. So push is what? Push, if you try to perform a push, you are pushing the item at the top. Okay, so what we are going to use is that in JavaScript itself we are having a push utility function in the array, and this is very much symmetrical to the stack data structure in itself. So because the push utility function of the array is very much similar to what we have to implement in the stack, then The only thing we can do this is we can do this dot items dot push, and we get the item. Okay, this is as simple as it is. And when you push anything, what generally we get is, let me take you to array dot push mdn. So the push method returns the length of the new length of the property upon which the method was called. Okay, so this is giving us the new length, the updated length of the array. So if I just try to return this from over here, what this push class will do for us, it will give us the length of the stack as well. So whenever you perform a push on the stack, in return you get the length of the whole stack. Okay, this is very amazing. Now coming on to the pop thing, let us see what we have in the pop. So the pop method removes the last item from the array and returns that element. Okay, is this something that we want exactly? Yeah, exactly, this is what we want. We want to use the pop method to first of all remove the array, remove the item from the array, and also give us the value. And the pop the pop utility function of JavaScript holds perfectly for this use case. So what we are going to do is we are going to again do a return this dot items dot pop, and that is it. Okay, is empty is something which will give us a boolean. As I have stated before, it will give us true or false. If it returns true, which means that the stack is empty. Otherwise, if it is not empty, it will give us false. So first of all, let us try to fill this length utility function so that we can consume this particular thing. So the length is going to actually return the length of the array, and we already know the items is an array as well. So we can directly consume the length property of the array. So we can write this dot items dot length. Okay, we are returning the length of the array over here. And what we can do is inside the is empty, like whenever we are checking that the array is empty or not, all we have to do is we do a return this dot length. Okay, we are calling the length function, and we are checking that if the length is 0, it means that the array is empty. If the length is not 0, then the array is not empty. This is as simple as it is. Now coming on to the peak part. Okay, the peak part is pretty interesting because we can't directly perform a pop, otherwise that would remove an item from the array. All we need to do is to fetch the topmost value and just return that. So to do this, we are going to first check that return. Okay, so if the stack is empty, then we have to return undefined. This dot is empty, then we return undefined. Otherwise, all we have to do is we have to return this dot items, and we get the first of all the length, this dot length, and we get the -1. Okay, we get the last element of the array like this. So we have implemented the stack data structure, and first of all, let us see if we are able to implement this. So we are going to do like this. Const stack equals to new stack. Okay, we got a new stack data structure, and let us clear all this. And over here I am saying that console.log stack dot push 1. Okay, so we got 4 items in the array, and let us update the items to make it justifiable. All right, so we are having 4 items in the stack, and let us now perform console.log stack.pop, and what we are getting, we got the 4. Okay, so let me make it good. So it would be pop. So we popped, we got 3. Now again we pop, we got 4, we got 3, and we are going to check if it is empty. So we are going to write is empty, for stack dot is empty. We are getting it false, and then we are going to perform a peek. So we are having 2 at the topmost, and let us try to fetch the length. So the length is 2. Now we are going to again perform some pops. We performed it twice. Now I'm going to perform a peek. It should not give me anything. It gave me undefined. Yep. So this was the stack data structure. I hope you understood everything that we have discussed. It was an easy question. There wasn't much to explain in this particular topic. And again, it lays down some foundations for the classes and to understand the arrays as well. And it is a good warm-up question in the interviews as well. If you are having any doubts, then you feel free to ping me on the Discord channel or in the community channel of the Graphy. And yeah, this was all in this particular lecture. See you in the next one. Till then, take care. Goodbye.